Hey everyone, it is Dr. Nurse Tutor here with more topics and more content for us to delve into about nursing school, the nursing program. The last two topics that we spoke about was why nursing school, and then what kind of a program it is you want to be in. The next topic that I do want to delve into is your support system. Before deciding to get into nursing school, everyone around you needs to know what your plans are and what it is you want to do, because they are going to be crucial in your success of nursing school. If you are married, your spouse needs to know exactly what your plans are. Your spouse should be going with you to these nursing interviews. Your children need to be going with you to these nursing interviews. I would even say whoever's going to babysit them children need to be going to these nursing interviews, because everyone needs to know what you are going to be up against when you decide to go into nursing school. When you get into nursing school, please expect that being in the classroom, you're going to be expected to be in the classroom within 7 days. I would want to say at least 3 out of the 7 days you're expected to be in the classroom, anywhere between 4 to 8 hours at a time. 4 to 8 hours at a time. Okay, so if you're someone who has a full-time job, if you're someone who has to drop off and pick up your kids from school, these are factors that you really have to think about before getting into nursing school. And I'm talking about classroom time. I'm not even adding in clinicals, because clinicals are non-negotiable. You cannot negotiate your clinicals. You are told where you go, you're told the day that you go, and you're told the times that you go. You cannot argue that fact, because all they're going to tell you is to sit out for the quarter or sit out for the semester. So it's very important that the resources that you have are on board for the things that are going to be necessary for you to be successful in nursing school. Who's going to pick up the kids? Who's going to drop the kids off? I know a lot of schools have things in place to where if your kids get sick or if you get sick, it won't count against you. But you being out of the classroom is crucial to your success in the program, because whatever you miss in the classroom, you're going to be responsible for making that up. So having someone be available to pick your children up, to drop your children off. Also, you won't be home, right? So you have to have those hard conversations of dinner may not be prepared, right? I may not even be available to have dinner with you guys. I may not be available to give baths. I may not be available for bedtime stories. I may not be available for date night. I may not be around. Are you going to be okay with the fact that I may not be around? The people who are helping to take care of your kids, they need to have a full schedule, because whenever something comes up, they need to know that they have to be available to be that support to you. You have to make sure that conversations are happening and people are included in these conversations before you make the decision to go into nursing school. If you want to know how important outside resources are at a lot of graduations, I know for all 3 of the graduations that I had, my bachelor's, my master's, as well as my PhD, when we were graduating, they would have our family stand up. They would have our families stand up and the crowd would cheer and clap for our families, because if it wasn't for our families and our support systems, we would not have been successful through nursing school. So it's extremely important. I've seen far too many students come to me and tell me, Dr. George, I'm a single parent. I have 5 kids, I have 4 kids, I have 3 kids, I have 2 kids. I don't have any support. I don't have anyone to pick up my kids from school. Healthcare doesn't care about your personal life. It sounds harsh, but it's true. Healthcare doesn't care about your personal life. We cannot, because you are responsible for taking care of someone else's. So if you are not available to do it, we have to find someone who is available to do it. So before taking that plunge and deciding I'm going into nursing school because it sounds great to do, make sure that you have resources in place. You're communicating with these resources and they're on board for the time frame that you're expected to be in nursing school, so that everyone understands. No one's left in the dark, and in the end, you can be a successful student in nursing school.